Hi everyone, it is time again for an update for my makeup inventory. This is a very number heavy video, so if you don't like those, then just watch something else please, because I really am only focusing on the numbers here. I'm not showing any of my products really. I just want to use these videos to keep track of my numbers and see how they are going down or up and what exactly is going on. I am also talking about the ratio between cruelty-free and non-cruelty-free products that I have going right now. You may remember I have gone cruelty-free. I am trying to use up the last non-cruelty-free products at the moment. So that is what I'm doing, and these numbers help me see how I'm doing in that case. So that being said, I will also talk a little bit about the products themselves when I get to them, because in some cases I find it very hard to distinguish cruelty-free from non-cruelty-free. Often it's just a matter of not being able to find the brands on any of the lists that I try and check out. So that being said, I have been doing these for a year now, so I am going to give you my number from a year ago, my number from the last inventory, which was from December 31st or 30th. And then I'm going to give you the current number. I have as top categories, I have my face products, my eye products, lip products, nail products, perfumes, hair care, and skincare. And I just went over my numbers, so technically these are the numbers from April 1st. But I think nonetheless they are good to go. I didn't buy anything since I think earlier in the week. No, I wasn't even shopping then. It must have been a week ago or so. So the numbers haven't changed anyway since then, so it is what it is. Without further ado, let me start with face products. I have currently a total of 42 face products. I started out a year ago with 66, so I did a good job at working my way down. I had 45 last time I filmed the update at the end of December. And all in all, I'm doing quite well. I have one face primer left. I have 3 liquid foundations. I have 3 powders, 3 concealers, 15 powder blushes, 3 cream blushes, 3 bronzers, 3 highlighters. I have 6 face palettes, 2 setting sprays. So these numbers may sound big to you possibly if you do not try and test different makeup items. I do that all the time because I just in many cases haven't found a holy grail product yet. To compare the individual numbers from now and a year ago, I used to have 7 face primers and I only have 1 left. I also had 1 in December, but this is now a different one. Then I also I started out with 3 liquid foundations. I had 6 at the end of December. This had to do with me buying a few over the past year, just seeing which ones work for me. Foundations are very difficult for me. I'm very pale, and often enough the foundations that are pale enough for me or close to pale enough for me have a very pink undertone, and that makes me look like Miss Piggy, which I don't appreciate too much. So I've been trying out foundations, and I've been working my way down again. So from those 6 at the end of December, I am now down to 3, and of those 3, none are not cruelty-free. The last non-cruelty-free foundation I have actually used up since December 30th. For powders, I started with 1 powder in March of last year, at the end of March. Then I had 2 at the end of 2015. Currently I have 3. The reason behind that is that I actually bought a few powders to try and see what works best for me. Unfortunately, one of the 3 powders I can only use for one particular area, that is my under eye area, and possibly even to set my eyeshadow primer. So this powder is really only for this area, and it will probably take ages for me to use this up because there's just so much product in it. The other 2 powders I bought because one powder of those is actually one that I haven't tried before and I know I like it. The other powder is something I wanted to try because it's supposed to be waterproof, and I think this might be nice in summer. So I ended up buying them at the same time, which now works out quite well for me actually, because I'm doing the Project Tan Plan plus No-Buy in collaboration with Mary from Reviewer's Diary and Marilyn. If you're interested in that, I'm going to link the video down below. Then for concealers, I started with 4 at the end of March 2015. I had 2 at the end of December. Currently I have 3. That has to do with the fact that I'm trying to use up 1 right now. And of those 3, they are actually all cruelty-free. I don't think I've had a non-cruelty-free concealer in quite a while. Powder blushes, I had 26 at the end of March in 2015. I had 17 at the end of 2015. And now I am down to 15. Of those 15, 2 are not cruelty-free. And my goal for the year is actually to just use them up. For cream blushes, I had 4. When I first started doing my inventory, I had 3 at the end of December. And I still have 3. I'm currently working on one of those though. Bronzers, I had 2 when I started doing my inventories first. I had a lot more during the past year. I worked my way down to 3 towards the end of December, and I still have those 3, but I'm working on one of them. And they are all cruelty-free as well. Highlighters, they are all cruelty-free as of right now. I have 3 at the moment. I used to have 4, but I used 1 up. Face palettes, I did not have that category when I first started doing my inventories, but I had 3 when I first put this category in. I had 5 at the end of December of 2015, and now I am at 6 face palettes, one of which is not cruelty-free. My setting sprays, I used to have only 1, I now have 2. The reason behind that is that I am using 1 only to wet my makeup brush if I want to apply my eyeshadows wet. I don't use this for anything else, and I did not feel like using my Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray for that particular job because I just think it's too expensive for that. Then eye products, I had a total of 255 when I first did my inventory, and I worked my way down to 127 as of right now. I did some decluttering, which you may have seen earlier this year, and the last video probably will be up after this one actually. So I have used up quite a bit. I have also decluttered quite a bit. And of these 127 eye products, only 11 are not cruelty-free. So I hope I can use them up as fast as possible. Now I have a total of 4 eye primers, eyeshadow primers. I used to have 5, and I've been at 4 now since like mid of 2015. For cream eyeshadows, I used to have 18. That was a lot, and I was not happy with that. I am now down to 4, one of which is not cruelty-free, so I hope I can use this one up. Then eyeshadow pencils, I had 13. I decluttered quite a bit. Now I have 7. They're all cruelty-free, so I'm not going to worry about that too much for the time being. Pigments, I had 25, and now I only have 2. They are both cruelty-free, and I don't want to do anything with them right now. I just want to see if I feel like using them every now and then. Then my single eyeshadows, this is probably a very big change. I used to have 65, I had 61 left still at the end of December. And now I have worked my way down to 23, mostly thanks to decluttering. Of these 23, only 2 are not cruelty-free, and I am trying to use these up this year. Then my eyeshadow duos, I had 2 at the beginning of my makeup inventory series. I think it was the end of March, maybe beginning of April when I uploaded that in 2015. Now I only have 1 left. I like that duo though, so I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm using it whenever I feel like it. My eyeshadow trios, I had 4. I worked my way down to 3. I still have those 3. One of them is not cruelty free, and I am currently trying to use it up. But I have to say I like the colors a lot, so that will be a sad day when those are gone. Eyeshadow quads, I used to have 6. I now still have 6. One of them is not cruelty free, and 5 are. The non-cruelty free quad is the one I'm actually trying to use up at the moment. It is a MAC quad, and the colors are just beautiful, but it will take a while. Then my eyeshadow palettes, that is everything that has more than five or more eyeshadows in them. I used to have 17 at the beginning. I was very happy with that number. I'm still at 17, but I used to be down to 16 in between these the first and this update. So yeah, I got one more thanks to Mary again, because she had sent me this wonderful Ulta package, and I'm very happy with the products I have, so I'm not going to change anything about them. Then eyeliner pencils, actually I have another biggish change. I used to have 40, I worked my way down now to 31. This could be a lower number if, well no, it couldn't really. I used up more, I used to count only 32 at the end of December, but I kind of forgot or ignored the fact that I had eyeliner pencils in my palettes, and I moved all those out and put them into the eyeliner drawer. So that's why the number is at 31 and it's not lower. I used up more in the meantime because, for example, I used up 2 of my non-cruelty-free eyeliner pencils. So that leads us to eyeliner pens. These are the pens with the felt tip, and I had 3 when I first did my very first makeup inventory. I now have only 1 that is cruelty-free, and I quite like it. Liquid liners, I had 4. I didn't like them, so I kind of wanted to move them out completely. At one point I succeeded, but I actually caved and bought another one. And this one I like quite a bit as it is cruelty-free. I'm not going to bother too much about the fact that I have it. My gel eyeliners are another story. I had 6, then that number went up to 7 at the end of December, but now I'm back down to 3. Of those 3, however, 2 are not cruelty-free. Mascaras, I had 11. That number went up when I got the Sephora Lash Lash To Go last year. I'm now back down to 9 mascaras. 2 of those 9 are not cruelty-free, but I think by the next update they might both actually be no longer part of my collection because I will have used them up then. Eyebrow gels, I had 5. I worked my way down to 4. I still have those 4. That number hasn't changed at all. Eyebrow powders, I used to have 1. I didn't have any in December, but now I have 1 again. And eyebrow pencils, I started with 0. But I actually purchased some in December. I had 2, now I have 1 again because I used 1 up. For lip products, I used to have a total of 70 lip products at the very first inventory. I now only have 37 left. In December I had 42, so I have worked my way down to a more manageable number, I would say. I have decluttered quite a bit, I have used up quite a bit. And I think I am quite okay with the numbers. I can't complain too much. They are products I want to use up, and then I'll be done with the non-cruelty-free ones especially. So the thing is that I'm slowly starting to notice which kinds of products I like when it comes to lip products, and which type of products I don't. So that is very helpful. Now, I used to have a lip primer, I don't anymore. I also used to have many clear chapsticks. I had a total of 7. I used up 2, and now I'm down to 5. Tinted chapsticks, I had 6. I am now down to 4. That has to do with decluttering a bit, but also because one just turned bad on me. Lip liners, I had 4. I still have 4. The products, however, have changed a little bit over time. Then I used to have 27 lipsticks. I now only have 10. I'm very happy with that progress because I just don't use lipsticks often enough, honestly. So I'm happy with that. One of my lipsticks is not cruelty-free, but I'm trying to use that one up in this year. For lip glosses, I had 16. I currently have 14. That number could be lower if I did not decide to join the 16 in 2016 challenge, where I'm trying to use up 16 lip gloss or lip gloss type products in this year. So yeah, I could have probably decluttered some of them, but as it is, I'm just using them up, which I think is even better. So Of my 14 lip glosses, 5 are not cruelty free, but they will be gone at the end of the year. And these are all my lip products. That leads us to nail products, which is another big change. I had 113 nail products in total. When I did my very first makeup inventory, I had 90 still at the end of 2015, and now I'm down to 44. So that is a big change. I cut down by half, and I'm very happy about this progress. I used to have 5 base coats. This was way too much. You only need 1 base coat really, and you need to have one that just works for you. I'm working my way down to that. Currently I have 4, and I'm trying to use them up as I go along. Colored nail polishes is another big change. I used to have 82. I had 66 at the end of 2015, and now I have 25 left. Of those 25, 10 are not cruelty free, and I am currently trying to actually use them up or declutter them even more as I just go along. My nail polish toppers, I used to have 2. In December I had 3. I think the main reason for that slight change was that I used to count one of those toppers not really as a topper but as a normal colored polish, and I decided that actually this works better as a topper than anything else. So yeah, I moved this into the nail polish topper category. Right now I only have 1 left, and that is cruelty free. My top coats, I used to have 4, then that number went up to 5, and currently I am back down to 3. That makes me very happy. Of those 3 nail polish top coats, 1 is not cruelty free, and I'm working on this right now. Then for quick dry products, I had 9 when I did my first inventory. Currently I have 2 left. They are both cruelty free. What I would like to mention in that regard is that one of the top coats actually is also a quick dry product. It's the Seche Vite top coat, and I'm counting that as a quick dry, as a top coat, not as a quick dry product, because I think in essence it's more like a top coat than a quick dry product, because in my quick dry products I have a quick dry spray which you just spray over top of your nail polish. And then I have quick dry drops, which you just have, a little dropper thingy, and you just put that all over your nail polish. So I think that makes a difference. Then nail polish remover, I used to have 4. Currently I have 3. That number could have been lower if I had not repurchased nail polish. The thing is, I used to only have 1 about a month ago, and that 1 nail polish remover actually is only plain acetone, which does not always go well with my nails, but it helps take my nail polish off a bit quicker, so it's a bit of a, whenever I feel like using it, I'll do it. But it's almost empty, and so I actually decided to buy a backup. And my 2 backups right now are, 1 is acetone free and 1 does contain acetone. My nail polish remover pens, I used to have 4 with my first update. At the end of December of 2015 I had 3, and I still have 3 of those 3. 1 is not cruelty free. My nail and cuticle care products, I used to have 2 and I still have 2, but they are both cruelty free, so I'm okay with that. And my other nail products are actually my Restore Seche Vite Saver, I guess. It is in a way a nail polish thinner. I use this for all kinds of nail polishes, and yeah, I use this mostly because the Seche Vite top coat just dries and gets very thick and gloopy very fast when you're about at the halfway mark, and I think that is a waste of product, so I have that in there. Perfumes is another one that I had a big progress in for the past year. I started with a total of 51 perfumes that contain samples, body sprays, and full-size perfumes. I now only have 3 left, so that is very, very good. I used to have 7 full-size perfumes. I'm down to 2. One of them is not cruelty-free. I used to have 2 body sprays. I used 1 up, and I have 1 left, and I'm working on this in the upcoming year. I had 42 perfume samples. I have used them all up completely. They are all gone, and I don't have to worry about them anymore. So I have a total of 2 non-cruelty free perfumes, the 1 body spray and one of my 2 perfumes. and I think I have a very good chance of using that one up during 2016. So that leads us to hair care. I used to have 7 shampoos. I worked my way down to 2 at the end of 2015. Now I have 3. The reason behind that is that I just had a little bit of a problem. My Holy Grail shampoo was actually discontinued, and I had to buy. Well, first I bought one shampoo which I tried to test as a replacement. Didn't work out at all. In fact, it makes my hair very greasy, and I can't go with my hair washing routine, which is I wash my hair once a week, which is good enough for me. I don't sweat, my hair doesn't get greasy or anything, so this is perfect for me and for my hair. It doesn't damage it. And that shampoo that I tried just did not work for me at all. So I had to buy another one to test that, and this one now, thank God, it works wonderfully. It will be my replacement most likely. Conditioners, I had one, I still have one. It is the same product even, not the same tube, but the same brand and the same product in general. So that is good. My hair masks, I used to have one, I don't have any left. I'm very happy about that. I don't have any hair styling products left, I just don't use them. They were a waste of time and space for me, so I decluttered them. Dry shampoos, I used to have 2. Right now I have 3 because I am actually trying to see if the third one that I just bought maybe a month ago will be a better alternative for me, because for one it's cheaper and then it's cruelty free and vegan. So that would be a nice alternative. I used to have one hair oil. Right now I don't have any because I'm trying to use up my one hair moisturizer that I have left. This is, I believe, still the same exact hair moisturizer that I had at the beginning, so I think I'll be good. Then for total numbers, I think I did not mention that at the beginning. I used to have 16 when I did my very first inventory. I had a 9 with the last one. Right now I'm down to 8. Then skincare products, that is another longer category. I used to have 125 skincare products. I have worked my way down to 63, mostly due to actually using up, less due to decluttering. So for my skincare products, I used to have 32 body lotions, and let's just not go into that number, please. I used to subscribe to one of those boxes here, and I just got body lotions, at least 1 every single box. In some boxes I had 2, and I didn't use them because they were scented body lotions, and I prefer using my own perfumes. So I worked my way down diligently. I would use them just on my legs, I would use them in the evening, I would use them whenever I just remembered it felt like it. So now I have only 11 left. I used to have 14 left at the end of December. I used up 3 more, and now I don't have any non-cruelty free body lotions anymore, which makes me very happy. Then my shower gels, I used to have 7. I currently have 3. Of those 3, only 1 is not cruelty free, and that is a small travel size, which I think 1 or 2 more uses and it's gone. Then I had 13 hand lotions when I first started this. I have used up quite a few, and in fact I have to say that 13, the number went up soon after that first makeup inventory to 15. So I actually worked my way down from 15 to now 8. So that is a total of 5 hand lotions I have used up, which makes me very happy. Now, with hand lotions, my big problem is that I don't really know which of the brands are actually cruelty-free and which aren't. I have such wonderful brands like Emozi and Roland Rich Green, I don't know. And I don't know if they're cruelty-free or not, so for the sake of it, I just decided to call them as not cruelty-free. That means from my 8 hand lotions, 3 are not cruelty-free, as per my definition and my just general I mean, I don't like those 2, the Emozi and the Roland, whatever. I don't like those 2 anyway. They don't, the scent just does not really, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. Foot lotions, I had 5, I now only have 2 left. I am almost done with one of them though, so yeah. Face creams, I had 3. This number went up when I actually divided my face samples, which I used to have as a separate category. And at the end of 2015, I had 10, which included also a few bigger products, which I purchased. Well, not really with my own money. I purchased them when there was a coupon that was 100% off, and I was just way too tempted. Right now, I have 7 face creams. They are all not cruelty. They are all cruelty-free, so I'm good to go. I'll just I'll use them up at the moment, and then we're good to go. What I have to say though about my face creams is I have one is actually one that I have been using up consistently every 2 months, 2.5 months, and I'm very happy with that product, so I don't have any doubts about that one. One is a very, very small travel size, and I have maybe 1 or 2 uses left. Then I'm currently actually using 2 of my facial moisture face creams, so those 2 will be done soonish, or sooner rather than later actually. And I have another sample which is just a very small tube. It's probably like a 4-use thingamajig, and then I have 2 small sizes. One is close to being, well, 2 actually I just opened lately. I opened them on March 28th, so they will be done soon. And yeah, I think I can do this. It's a matter of being diligent. Then that leads me to facial cleansers. I used to have 9, currently I have 3. My current facial cleansers are actually, with the exception of 1, new, as in I just bought them this year. One of them is almost done. This is my Alberti wash cream with clay. That tube is almost gone. I bought this on the 1st of February. I started using it about a week later, and now it's almost gone. Another one has a pump dispenser, which I really like. Actually, I think I have 4. Now that I'm looking at the names, I think I have 4. I have to check again. I think I may have forgotten to add 1 in when I purchased it about 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks. So the thing is that the current cleanser that I use in the evening to take my makeup off is actually one that I don't like anymore. I just changed my preference apparently, and I thought the pump dispenser was just made it very appealing, so I wanted to try it again, but I just I'll be happy when I'm done with it. So that should be close to being done anyway, I think, based on the amount that comes out when I pump. And then 1 is empty, so I technically only have 2. And let me just quickly change that number. So then facial toners is another category that is like hit or miss for me. I used to have 5 when I did my first inventory at the end of 2015. I had 3. Right now I have 4. But one of them is almost empty, so technically I only have like 3 and 1 backup. And then 2 of those are actually the exact same product. It's just that I never want to be without it. And yeah, so I just have that backup going. As soon as I start one, I buy another one. It is probably a stupid habit, but I just do it because I know I can use them up within about 2 months. My facial serums, I currently have 3. I had the same amount at the end of 2015, and I didn't have any serums at all when I did my first inventory. Eye creams, I used to have 3 at my first inventory. At the end of 2015 I had 2, and right now I still have 2. However, those 2 should be done relatively soon. I would guesstimate within a month and a half. Then eye makeup removers, I didn't have any at first. I was using my, actually the same facial cleanser with the pump dispenser that I had just mentioned. That works wonderful to remove eye makeup, but yeah, I just don't like it anymore. So I have an eye makeup remover, and currently I have 3 because one really has maybe 3 more uses left, and that is being very generous. So yeah, I have 2 that I will just be using up eventually. One is actually a small package with wet like cotton rounds almost, and that you can just use to remove your makeup, and that will be very nice for traveling. Spot treatments, I had 3. I worked my way down to 2, and I still have the same 2 going. I hope that one of them will be done eventually. Then body scrubs, I used to have 2, and now I have 3, which is the same number as at the end of 2015. I truly hope I can work my number down a bit more. Then hand scrubs, I still have the same 2 I had the entire last year. Currently, I'm trying to use up one. It's this guy right here, the Alessandra Hands Up Mango and Peach hand peeling. I quite like this, but it's impossible to get out, so I had to cut this open. Then bath ingredients, I had 2, now I have 3. Only one of them is not cruelty free. The other 2 are not cruelty free, so I'm trying to use them up eventually. I just have to find the right time to take a bath, which just doesn't happen at the moment. And massage bars, I had 5. I may have miscounted or just didn't find one of them. Then because 3 months later I had 6, and I still have those exact same 6 massage bars. In total, my skincare products, I had 125 when I first did my inventory a year ago. At the end of December 2015, I had 75. Now I'm down to 63. So my total numbers are actually quite nice, if I may say so myself. With my first inventory, I had 696 makeup and skin and body care products and hair care products. And that number was insane, but it also included many samples. So that needs to be mentioned, and you need to keep that in mind here. Now, at the end of 2015, I had 455 left. That is still insane, but decluttering helped. I now have 324. And then for my non-cruelty free numbers, at the end of 2015, I had 162. And thanks to decluttering, I am now down to 43. I have to say though, with the 162, I did not include my perfumes because it took me ages to figure out which of my perfumes are cruelty free and which aren't. So I did not include those in that number, in that original number, but now the perfumes are included in the cruelty free versus non-cruelty free numbers. Now, for cruelty free products, I also have a bit of a success rate here. I used to have 293 cruelty-free products at the end of 2015. Now I'm down to 281. So this number hasn't changed too much, at least not as much as the non-cruelty-free number, but I think I still used up quite a few, and I'm happy with that. So these are my numbers for my current makeup inventory. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you would like to see my inventory in general eventually, just let me know. I can do that. Otherwise, you can still see you can get a very good impression of my makeup inventory at least when you watch my declutter videos. That way you can also look at the individual products I have or used to have, what I decluttered and what I kept. I'm going to link the playlist down below because I actually decluttered based on category. And I tried to make the videos not too long, and this one might actually be too long once again, but it's the whole number thing and all those categories, and me having too much stuff doesn't help at all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below if you would like to see something in particular, if you want to know something. I'm happy to answer your questions. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. So I will see you guys soon, and I hope you will have a great day. Bye!